All right, Coach, thanks. CA Sports coverage of the NFL has us on the west coast of the Sunshine State. Downtown Tampa's the spot, Raymond James Stadium. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Carolina Panthers and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Ready, 18 Gator.
Here we go. Watch twist.
Look at me, zipper. Go.
Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
Not much happening there on first down.
Thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
At the 28-yard line.
Here's second and 7 now from the 28.
Too little, check 43.
X3, 218, chopper. Hey, Alpha. Yo, go. Lead grip.
Here's a second and 7. And he fires one incomplete. Maybe a little over-anxious in the pocket there. He just didn't look comfortable on that throw.
No, he didn't, because it wasn't his normal fluid delivery. And I think you might have had it right. Wasn't really confident with what he saw downfield and almost felt like he wanted to pull that one back.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7.
Let's go. Hey, let's get there. Switch.
22 jet bomber. Now.
They'll drop the throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. They chalk that one up as a gain of 34 on 3rd down.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Let's go. 60 or.
Watch the slants.
Hey!
Motion.
They'll run it with Jones. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
2nd and 10 at the Panthers' 38-yard line.
Ready.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Just like that. Watch out.
Pilot, 64, weak. Now. Ready.
He'll look to throw. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Taco Charlton. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. This into the hands of his running back, Ronald Jones. And now off to the races, down the right side. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Ronald Jones with touchdown number 8 on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point by Gay is up and good, and that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Ready up.
52, right 52. Not today, you are. Not today.
Right up.
Now a handoff looking right. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop a jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 11 yards and a Panther first down.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Big stop, D. Big stop. Let's go.
Back to throw. Stevenson taking a shot for... That's caught at the 25. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Curtis Samuel, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Well, they had gone run the previous play. Nice little setup. This time they go play action. Defense bites a bit, and they hit for a big play in the end zone.
So they sold it really well, didn't they? Because of just what you described. They ran it the previous play, come back with the same action, and now they step back and throw it and get a big play for a touchdown. But what happens as a defensive back is your eyes have to go to the right place. You always hear Coach talk about, are your eyes in the right spot? Well, this time the eyes went to the play action. It froze their feet. They weren't moving, and he went on past them and caught the pass for a touchdown.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Hey, Zoo. Hey. Get it.
Now back to throw. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. That was Dante Jackson, the one who got a hand in to knock it away. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Hey, wahoo. Go.
They'll set up to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. He rifles one that's intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off, and he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
80 weapons.
Now they try the right side here. And he goes out right around the 39. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Curtis Samuel, the intended target, and it's 3rd and short. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
Hey, Charlie.
Right 52. I don't think you got it, son. Check 52 at the mic. Check.
Looking to throw. Stevenson. And that is incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line.
At their own 12-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
14 yards there and a Buccaneer first down.
And up, 30 base.
First and 10 at the 26-yard
Blue
line.
draw quarter. Side.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off.
6-6, pull it high.
All day.
Hey, Delta.
Watch the shoot.
Now he'll look to throw here on second and 10. And his throw is incomplete.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. It's the third time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from him. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the first quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead. Now they face a third and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
We ain't giving up nothing today. Check. Topper. Hey, Echo.
53's the mark. 53.
Go.
He'll drop to throw. He's going to fire one deep. Middle. They got his man. Complete. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield to the 40 now for first and 10.
Look at me. Zipper.
Watch Mike. Ricky.
Now Jones. And a pretty good run there as he gets 7 down to the 33. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards, but also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Rap.
Go.
7-7, our score after one.
The score tied 7-7.
Here we go. 90 Wolf.
59.
Twist on travel. Go.
Check 13.
Hey.
3.
Second and 3. Throw left side complete. That's Lamb. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that.
And then zone or
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Smooth. Now. Get it.
back to throw now on first down. He finds his tight end Howard. That's complete. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
Jet bombers. Jet bombers.
Here I come again. Kill.
Check, let's go.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Shaq tops it, making his presence felt on the sack.
Brings up 3rd down.
Pilot, 64, weak. Go.
53.
Lead driven.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside.
It looked good when it left his foot, but he kind of sliced it a little bit, and he winds up missing it wide right.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
They go play action here on 1st down. He's got Smith here, and he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A gain of 32 that time. So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. Now a handoff looking right. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3-and-out.
So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Christian McCaffrey, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Panthers have taken the lead. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep your assignments. Let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking, beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
The run there on 1st down, going to get him 5 up to the 30. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. They'll run it now out of the gun. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down. The Bucs on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. They'll set up the throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Lamb. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL.
5. Hey. 53.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Shaq Thompson, his second sack of the night. So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. They'll look to throw here. And he fires one that's intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off. It's a foot race. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick six for a Panther touchdown. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
Oh, I don't know. I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on.
Fine. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away.
We play to win. Let's go.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
And credit the tackle to Taco. Taco Charlton with a stop.
Second and 6 at the 39-yard line.
Here we go. 15 line. You draw quarters.
36.
Hey, exit.
Second and 6. That's caught by Howard. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. This quarterback now closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's 1st and 10. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. The Bucs forced to use their third and final timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1.
Watch the pass.
Topper.
Mike, 53.
Yeah. Hit it.
They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
Incomplete on the deep ball. Greedy Williams on the coverage.
They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here. 3rd and 10.
Undercrunch.
Greystone travel. Ready?
Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down. And for the second time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. From the right hash, this from 48. Jay's kick is good. Well, not the best first half facing this deficit, but at least they did put 3 on the board before half.
Yeah, it's a little bit like that stormy, cloudy day, and the sun peeks through just for a second. They saw the sun there. They're hoping to see a little bit more of it in the second half.
This will be taken in at the 1. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports halftime report. The Panthers out in front, and they will get the football first. Second half action underway. This will be taken in at the 1. And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Stevenson. Complete. Smith has it. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Vincent Smith, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And their halftime hold now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
64,
Third down and 5.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That one goes for 36 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
Back to the ground, this time with Jones. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Mike 5'9", Mike 5'9". Check, 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 check. 80 weapon. Hey, box drop, box drop. Look at me. Zip, lead grip, lead grip.
Back to throw. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down.
Hey, seam 6, seam 6. Yo, 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 go, go now.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And that is going to be incomplete. Bruce Arians takes a shot there, but his guys come up empty. And the Panthers will get the football back. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
Now, we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? Where everything is working for them, every move they make works, it clicks, and they are on point right now.
Yeah, they are in that zone that you're talking about. McCaffrey following the penalty. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Looking to throw. Stevenson taking a shot for Samuel. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Carolina. Curtis Samuel with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. Now the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you've got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board, so let's see if it changes a little bit in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. 15 yards as Tampa Bay picks up the first. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. That's Luke Kuechly with a sack. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle.
Haywood. Go. Shoot.
Looking to throw. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it.
Ready, set.
Watch Mike.
Rock it.
25, check.
Get it.
Now they try the right side here. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Well, we all know the guy carrying the ball is going to get the credit both in the stat line and probably in the newspaper. But guess what? Those guys creating holes, they couldn't feel better about themselves right now. Offensive line, tight end, probably even the wide receivers are involved. They're moving the ball well.
And he's going to get this inside the 30.
Number 48, the ball carrier.
Got it.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Now a handoff looking right. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down. Now, I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this fourth quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
You better bring it. I'm letting you know right now.
Now they try the right side here. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. They're down here in the fourth, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
Give him 4 on the carry there. It's 2nd and goal. When we talk about being on schedule, I think they're on schedule after that run, getting it right down there on the doorstep.
Maybe even a little bit ahead, because now the defense can't dictate with pressure. They're guessing about where you're going to go. I might come right back at them with the same play, the same set, and see if they can stop them.
On the ground, McCaffrey. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
From back at the 3 now. This is 3rd and goal. And this is going to be incomplete.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, fourth quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points. But this widens it out, as you said. And now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
This will be taken in at the 1. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started.
218, chopper.
They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
Let's go. 10 Lobo.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Walk,
The 28-yard line.
get walk.
22 jet bomber. 22 jet bomber. Let's go.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Looking downfield for Godwin. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off around the 37. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
On first down, they look downfield, and it's complete. A very solid gain of 27. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care.
The ball's out. McCaffrey lost it, and it's picked up by the Buccaneers. He's at the 50, 30, 20, 10, and he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. So hold the phone here, Charles. I've kind of written them off, but after that touchdown, it's certainly a long way still to go, but stranger things have happened.
Well, when you're going to have big second-half comebacks, plays like that have to be involved.
Extra point by Gay is up and good, and that'll cut the lead back down to 21. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They had the double-digit lead at halftime, and they have continued to roll. They're hard to stop right now.
I think what we're seeing is an example of a team that has it figured out in this ball game. And whatever the adjustments are the defense has made, hasn't slowed them, hasn't phased them at all. They either anticipated them or they've been so far ahead that they just can't catch up.
Now it's just a search to add to the lead. And another mistake here defensively as a flag is down on the tackle, and that's going to tack on 15 more. And now it's 1st and 10, a big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Back to throw. Stevenson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Throwing again. Stevenson. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. To throw on 3rd down. Stevenson. And that's caught by Smith. Touchdown, Carolina. Vincent Smith, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
This will be taken in at the 1. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And then finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you've got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. 2nd and 4. He finds Howard complete. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down. They'll drop the throw. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
They'll look to throw. And now here is another interception. He's picked off at his own 47. Keep in mind, he had the 3-interception game last week, so we requested to talk with him this week. He was all smiles. He's still all smile.
Yeah, we didn't jinx him at all, did we?
No.
Because ordinarily that happens. Things fall off, but not in this case. I think a lot of it goes back to his technique. His ability to see the quarterback throw the ball while understanding where the receiver is running his route allows him to make a lot of plays on the football, and he's taking it away at a really high rate.
Now a handoff looking right. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Look, squeeze. 61. Man, get it.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, I've got to laugh here, and I really don't want to because the old school in me is not happy about this score this late, not necessary. But this is Madden, isn't it?
Yeah.
This is how it works.
Rub it in. Have a day.
I mean, what does it matter? These guys who are playing in this game, there are no feelings
Exactly.
there.
They don't have to face the guy. Well, they might if they're in the same room going head-to-head. But
that's
the
about
virtual guys on the screen don't have to face each other after this one.
In that case, run it up.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And a good effort on the return there. Gets them across the 30 to the 33-yard line.
At their own 33-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest,
don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Use that as ammo going forward.
Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Panthers, the win here means it'll be a 7-1 first half of the season. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to New England to take on the Patriots. Meanwhile, for the Buccaneers, they suffer their 4th loss so far. And they're going to get an extra week to stew over this, as they're not back in action until week 11. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
Up it's magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing. Now I hit the scene, they like lights, camera, action. Living in a dream, now my music, they be blasting. Step out, I'm a star, always in the latest fashion. Had to set the bar, try to catch me lacking. Bank account for my son, he won't have to struggle. You can see it in my eyes, all I do is hustle. They try to knock me off my feet, I'm ready to rumble. Feel like I ain't ate in weeks, working off the muscle. Oh yeah, oh my, we ride for my brothers, no lie. All you can